What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Y'all see it in the title. Scott Jennings, he be. I'm telling y'all. First time I heard him, talk and speak about Trump on CNN, I was like, dang, this dude knows what he's talking about. Comes with the facts, and that's what you need. You definitely need that. I think it was like, I want to say like last week, a week or two. I'm pretty sure that's the first time ever that I've heard of Scott Jennings, but check it out.
Dick Cheney. I worked for Dick Cheney. I served in the Bush White House when he was vice president of the United States, and deeply respect him. I think what most Republicans would say is A, this statement's a little hyperbolic. B, that there is as much to fear of a policy future under Kamala Harris and possibly Democratic control of the Senate as there is to fear from what you're mad about that Donald Trump has done in the past. And so my suspicion is most Republicans are going to say, I'm just not prepared to turn the country over to people who previously served for the last 20 years, called you a war criminal. I don't want to turn the country over to them because I fear what, them jerking the country to the left. So I think a lot of people in Washington will take note of this. Will working class people in Pennsylvania take note of it? It helps Harris. What helped Trump today? We were talking about Dick Cheney in the previous segment. He got the endorsement today of the National Fraternal Order of Police. Hundreds of thousands of police officers represented by the National FOP today. So I guess if you're Trump, even though it might have been an enthusiasm juicer for you, as Jim said there, at the same time, you don't have to go back to court. You don't have to face the attacks all over again. And you now have this police endorsement to tout on top of it, which is something of a shield when Kamala Harris and the Democrats, accuse you of being a felon and a criminal and so on.
A convicted felon to become the president of the United States?
Bro, they are gassing it so bad, bro. Y'all know who gasses this stuff so bad? The View. Every time I look at anything of The View, you hear Joy or you hear Sunny. Or you hear Anna. I might as well say everybody. It'll come out of one of their mouths. Convicted felon, convicted felon, convicted felon. That's all they got.
Well, most Republicans think that the case on which he was convicted should never have been brought, that it was bogus charges, and that was conducted in a kangaroo court. So when Democrats call him a convicted felon, Republicans say, this was invalid and it was nothing more than a political attack launched in a blue state by a political court. That's how Republicans are going to see it. And then they can pivot to this FOP endorsement and say, look, if the Fraternal Order of Police had any concerns about Donald Trump and how he follows the law, they wouldn't have endorsed him.
Exactly. Like I said, facts. He always comes with the facts. I'm telling y'all. Always.
That might be left out there.
Well, he has to come to this debate prepared to prosecute the case that electing Kamala Harris is just having more of the same. I mean, that's his whole campaign here. If you're unhappy with Biden and you don't think what they've done on the economy is working for you, you can't leave the same people in charge. He has to be able to know the record, know what vote she has cast, know the things she has said, everything she has done on the Biden administration. He just has to know it cold. Now, in 2020, when he debated Biden, the first time around, not good. The second time around, he actually was very well prepared, and he was able to sort of be very specific in back and forth with Biden. So I know he can do it, but that's it. Yeah. People have to turn off the TV thinking, yeah, I really do want change, and Trump is the candidate of change, not Harris.
Cheney, would you like to jump in there?
Well, I mean, normally that's the case. I mean, she's had a very consequential vice presidency. She's cast, I think, the most ever tie-breaking votes in the Senate of any vice president, including on Joe Biden's specific economic program, which drove the country into a massive inflationary spiral, which everyone is mad about. And on top of that, she, in her own words, last person in the room with Joe Biden when they made the disastrous decision on Afghanistan. So I think in some cases, you're right, Van, the vice president is relatively inconsequential. She has been a consequential vice president. I think the consequences have been bad. Trump has to be able to make that case at the debate.
Is he wrong?
Well, I think most Republicans would argue that the dangers of Donald Trump are far outstripped by the dangers of a Kamala Harris presidency when you consider just how far to the left she may want to take the country. I mean, I know she's changing all of her positions now, but no Republicans really believe
Who is this dude right here, y'all, that keep on shaking his head no? I've seen him plenty of times, but I've never heard him say much.
She's changing all of her positions now, but no Republicans really believe that she's a moderate. They believe, what her initial instincts were when she got into politics. I mean, she's a California Democrat whose instincts were to side with Bernie Sanders on virtually every issue of the day and then run for president on that platform. And so that's what Republicans believe she is. And they think there are real consequences about the future of the country under a president who would go so far left, particularly if Democrats got or retained control of the United States Senate and eliminated the filibuster. This country, our government, could take a sharp left turn in a hurry. And so Vice President Cheney, who I revere, I worked to elect this man vice president twice. I worked in the White House under Vice President Cheney. I revere him. I respect him. I think his statement was a little hyperbolic, and I also think most Republicans are going to disagree with him on the conclusion about what's more dangerous for the future, generally a center-right government or a very left-wing government. There's no question that the parties have.
Y'all can't tell me that he be speaking facts. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't sit there and tell me that he don't speak facts, y'all.
Changed. I mean, since the George W. Bush days, you have had cohorts of Republicans that have migrated out, and some of them have migrated over the Democratic Party. It's also true that the Democratic Party has changed. You've had a lot of working class voters, union members, and others who've migrated over to the Republican Party. So you have had some, cross-pollination, some shifting coalitions. And what I would simply say is that Democrats have called Dick Cheney a war criminal for 20 years. And now all of a sudden they're clapping like seals to get his endorsement. This does not strike me as people who are interested in listening to your conservative viewpoints. They are hungry for power. They will take Dick Cheney's endorsement today. But believe you me, in their hearts, they wouldn't want to go out to dinner with Dick Cheney, let alone have him have any influence over the next government. And I doubt that. Like
I said, I feel like they're trying to go that route right now because the whole thing of Tulsi, the whole thing with RFK Jr., Elon Musk, I feel like she's trying to do everything that Trump is doing. I mean, we all see it. That's how I feel about it. Everything that Trump is doing, and they seeing like, dang, it is making sense. Knowing that that's just the real in him, and people's, waking up, realizing, oh, Trump is, I think he is the right fit for us. Going the organic, the nice, authentic way, she's not. It's all fake. It's all, I gotta play catch up. Oh, I gotta follow. She always talking about being a leader. Check this out. This is Wisconsin yesterday. Music playing, but look at this. At a Trump rally, y'all. Guarantee these people won't bust in. Guaranteed. You don't need to. When you supporting real, you don't need to do that. It's from D. Valerie. Just a few people that did not need to be bused to Wisconsin for President Trump's rally. So, yeah, we're in agreement there. Last clip, got Dr. Ben Carson.
I think it's going to be one of the most consequential debates ever because people will finally get a chance to hear from Kamala Harris what she believes. And all this business about flip-flopping, you have to wonder if she has really flip-flopped because...
Let me read this for y'all. I don't mean to cut them off, but I'm going to read this to y'all. It says, then, this is Vice President Harris policy changes. Then backed Medicare for all. Now no longer supports Medicare for all. Then against border wall funding. Now supports border wall funding. Y'all know why. I mean, everything. Then supported reducing police budgets. Now supports police funding. She's seeing how strong and powerful people waking up. People. That's why she's doing this stuff. When people see that, she has to bust this amount of people in. She has to have this fake event. She has to have this. She with the homeless, the stuff with the homeless, and having the homeless at the rallies and paying. When y'all see stuff like that, you're obviously taking the L right now. And you have to do everything that you can do to, switch it around. And she obviously can't do that. You can't do that. It's a lot of people waking up realizing.
You have to wonder if she has really flip-flopped because she said that her values have not changed. So what kind of values are we talking about? Values that, as the DA in San Francisco, led to a policy where people can go into stores and take $900 worth of stuff with little or no consequences, or values that lead to not deporting drug dealers who are resulting in the death of American citizens, or the kind of values that allow you to kill babies right up until the time of birth, and maybe even beyond that time, opposing legislation that would save babies that survive abortion attempts. You have to wonder about that. Values that lead you to mandate what kind of car people should drive or what kind of stoves they should have, as opposed to letting the free market forces. So,
man, listen, I'm strictly like, one thing about it, I'm not a person of, I don't like I'm going to let them finish and I'm going to say
what you're going to see in the debate
about the whole car thing
is Donald Trump running on his past policies and Kamala Harris running away from her past policies.
Right.
So it should make for a very, very interesting Kamala Harris running away from her past policies.
I didn't go back far enough.
Running on his past policies and Kamala Harris running away from her past policies.
Because you see how good stuff is
so
going.
So it should make for a very, very interesting evening.
Seeing how stuff is going for Trump. How good things are going for Trump. So she's trying to do everything in her power to switch stuff around, to sit there and brainwash. I mean, come on. But what I was about to say about that is that I'm all American muscle. I love you got to be American. I can't. One thing about it, I know, people have Teslas and stuff like that. I'm not a person. Retro Steph drive a Tesla. I'm a person like I just love American muscle. I absolutely do. I've owned Mustangs. I have a Jeep SRT right now. Before that, I had a Challenger Scat Pack. Been thinking highly of getting a Hellcat. Really, really been thinking on it. But I love American muscle. I don't see how a lot of people like driving the energy cars. They don't really make sounds or nothing. And then you got somebody had told me that you got to charge them. Like, you got to charge them a lot. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can't get in the energy car thing. No, I really don't. But this is an amazing video. Love, when Dr. Ben Carson speaks. Definitely amazing man. Scott Jennings. Big shout outs to all, that actually paying attention. Big shout outs to y'all paying attention and, spread my videos, liking my videos and all that. I do have to say there is a person that is on TikTok that are literally clipping all of my videos and acting like me, I guess. Literally acting like he is Life with Recklezz. And y'all see my TikTok. I'm going to go to my TikTok so y'all can see my particular TikTok, y'all. So y'all can see what it is. This right here is my TikTok. It literally has a picture of me with my Jeep. As I have 248 followers, and I'm following 107. I literally don't post on TikTok like that. But I had commented on that post, and I literally have so many people viewing my profile to see if I'm the real Recklezz, and it is me. But in somebody else, it's like multiple channels. It's like 7 channels, and I'm pretty sure, I can't stop it, can't stop everything. But if y'all come across, just know that is my real TikTok, what I just sent y'all. And it's in my description box down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.